Hi, I'm Susan. Today I'm going to make, I guess you would call it a correspondence journal or a journal. I am participating in Carol of Oak House Journals tag swap, and I participated in March as well. And I want a place where I can keep those tags, and I don't get a lot of happy mail or correspondence in that way, but I hope to at one time. And I want a place where I can keep those letters as well. So I'm going to just make a cute little journal, and I'm going to use this baking mix box. It's the one time my cooking channel and my craft channel can share. So I'm going to take this apart, and I have these cute pages. These came from, I believe it's Calico Collage, and they are so cute. This one reminds me of my cat, Bushy. So I'm going to use these pages, and there's also some ephemera with it as well, but I don't have that printed right here. But I just think they're the cutest. They're called Shabby Cats. So I'm going to use those. I printed the one that looks like my kitty cat on cardstock as well to use as the front cover. And this one, I'm not sure whose it is, but I had it in my stash, and I think they're beautiful, and they'll go with it as well. Plus I've got some assorted papers and scrapbook papers and such like that to use. But today I'm mostly going to focus on my cover, and I think I'm going to use this. Of course, it's not going to be large enough to go all the way around, so I'll probably use this towards the front and back, and this in the center. And this is going to be my inside. So let's get started and see where we go with this. I hope everybody's doing great. I'm going to take this box apart and find where it is connected. And I'm just going to, this is perfect size, the center part, but I'm going to cut off the flaps. All right, I've got it cut down, and hopefully it's pretty straight. It looks to be. Now what I was thinking is to kind of have that in the center and come up and then put like end pieces on. Not sure how well this is going to go. I may need to cut it down just a little bit. Sorry, my cat's loud. Let's go 5.5 inches. That way we'll go 5.5 inches this way. I decided to go with voiceover because my kitty cat Bushy was being very mouthy. So what I did is I cut down a little bit on the sides, and then I just folded it down to give me my edge. And as you can see, I'm just trying to get it to where I can get that part on, and then I'll add the edges on. And I'm just clipping where it'll fold so that it won't bunch up. I'm just tacking it down with a glue stick because I know I'm going to sew around it. We're really starting to have some more warm days in Mississippi. It even got up into the 90s, and that's too hot for this time of year. But it was really a nice Sunday yesterday, and it was kind of cool, and that's the way I like it. I like it to be in the upper 70s, or any 70s is good with me. That's my favorite temp, and that's Fahrenheit, of course. Now the plaid paper, I divided it in half, and I'm just going to put that around the edge and fold it over just like I did the other paper, but also folding it on the sides. And I'll just kind of clip those corners there just so once again it won't bunch. And both sheets were a 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper. Very thick cardstock. I really love making journals, and I don't know why I'm so bad about procrastinating. It's like I have an idea, I get started, but it's almost like I'm afraid to do it, and I don't know why I'm like that. But I definitely need to work on it, especially if I want to sell them. And I enjoy making them. So I've been trying to clean up my craft area a little bit so that it's not that excuse of the messy desk. Although my desk usually is fairly messy, but I've been trying to work at keeping it a lot better than it has been. Now I'm going to go around it with a zigzag stitch. Now I decide which side I want to be my front, and I like that design that's in the right hand corner at the top. So I let that be my front, and now I'm just going to get the inside ready. And I like this paper. It goes really well with the outside paper, and so I just cut it down to add in there. After I get it cut to where it'll fit on the inside covers, then I just ink around it. I put the inside papers down with art glitter glue, and I decide to use the same paper for the center as well. Now I measure the width of the spine, and then I add, I believe it was a 1/2 inch to each side, and I just scored that so that it would fold and cover over the other 2 pages. Last week was a really big week for me. We had Mother's Day. My sons got me the gift card to Hobby Lobby. And then my anniversary was the Tuesday, and my husband and I have been married for 36 years. And then Wednesday was my birthday. So it was real nice. It was a good week. I mentioned in a previous video that my sons had gotten me a nice big office chair for my craft table. And my husband got me the iPen for my iPad. So I'm hoping to be designing some digitals. Right now I'm just having fun playing with it. Now as my cover's drying, I decide to just kind of touch up my picture a little bit. I make his eyes a little greener. And I use an embossing pen and go over all the metal bits that's like the glasses and the buckles on the top of his hat. And I just use silver embossing powder to emboss this and bring it a little bit to life. I really love how the embossing of the glasses and the buckles really just enhanced it. I mean, it made it look like wire glasses and shiny buckles, and I was just glad I thought of it. Now I'm just doing a little touch up with some pink, my pink Posca pen. Just some of the darker pink areas in the flower and on my kitty cat's nose. And then I'm going to come in with some glossy accents and do the glasses and the flower. I love how glossy accents just bring out different things, gives it a little bit of a 3D effect, and also makes the glasses seem more like glasses. The only thing this time is I had a few bubbles in one of the glasses, and I was kind of disappointed in that. I've never had that happen again, or happen before, but it still wasn't so bad. And since this is my journal, it's not to be sold or anything, I'm just going with it. I hate to see this image wasted. After I finish putting down my glossy accents, I'm going to let it dry overnight. Now that everything's dry, I decided to highlight just a little bit more the whiskers and a little few parts of the white in his fur. And I'm sorry about the light. I've never had that happen before. I don't know what's causing this to kind of glare. Now I want to start decorating my cover. And I've got this piece of doily. My grandmother made this, but it had already started unraveling. So I cut a piece of it off of the doily to use on my journal. I glue it down using Fabri-Tac. I really love this kitty cat. I love the way he turned out. He's a handsome dude, just like my Bushi. And I've gotten these flowers to use on my journal also to decorate. They're just paper flowers. These flowers are what I spent part of my gift card on. And I got lots of stuff that I needed. I got lots of Tim Holtz ephemera, and I'm really happy about that. I'm very blessed to have some thoughtful sons that know what their mama likes. I'm the only girl, except for my prissy girl, in a house full of men. And they don't understand my crafting, but they do support me, so I'm very thankful. Now I'm just going to add some eyelets in the side, both the front and back covers, so that I can add in ribbon later on after I sew in my signatures, so I have a closure. Okay, here's my journal cover. I think it turned out pretty. I love that cat. Only downside is when I did the glossy accents, bubbles got into it. But since it's mine, it's not to be sold or anything, I'm just gonna go with it. It's too cute to toss. And I just added some flowers, and this is part of a doily that had already started unraveling that my grandmother made. And I'm going to use this ribbon as ties, but I'm not going to add it until I get my signature sewed in. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and ring that bell so you can be notified when I upload new content. Leave a comment, tell me what you think. Y'all have a great and wonderful day, and until next time, bye y'all.